Hello guys, here's another Elliott Waves on cryptos. A bit late this week with only two videos coming up and should be slowly getting back on track, to be fair. So apologies for not updating you often. You can go ahead and leave your comments. Most of the time I will respond if you have any questions or if you need some sort of guidance. Now we do see markets still meeting some resistance. I mean BTC, and the rest is pretty much following. We see markets meeting resistance at the 41k or so, and everything else of course is just under pressure because BTC cannot break that level. The question now most of you have, guys, is are we going to break higher, or are we still do we still maintain our original main scenario that wave 4 is going to end around that level and then we'll move lower for wave 5 as an expanding flat variation with an extended wave 5. So without further ado, let's go ahead and have a quick look on the charts. Do note that none of this is investment advice, and none of this is to be considered as a buy or sell opportunity. You have to do your own research and decide that yourself, and myself is just who provides the research, so you can go ahead and take your own decisions. As always, I would appreciate if you click the like button, subscribe, turn notifications on. Despite the fact that I haven't been really posted on the community section, I will begin again, and I will going to start these polls again, so expect them fairly soon. So we are looking at BTC USD here again, guys, and I'm going to start of course with the zoom in into the 41k area. You recall that last time we talked about this ABC ending around that area, and this is now what's happened. The question most of you have, and of course it remains, I don't have the answers, it remains to be seen. It might be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and that's going to be my A. I'm going to get my B, and then I'm going to get my C higher up, or might even end up in an ABC, and we're going to get a massive end diagonal. Okay, we do not know that, but here's what we know, and we're going to go a little bit closer to identify really, guys, the different variations that we can have here. We can see really what's going on. Okay, so number one, of course, is whether this sort of move to the downside, is to be considered a short correction, and then we're going to continue up in wave 5, which means my 4 is going to be here, my 5 is going to be here. But I'm not sure I really support this particular scenario, because the correction in wave 2 lasted like maybe a day, and the correction over here in wave 4 maybe something similar as well. Now extending the correction time-wise that long, between wave 2 and 4, this is something that is a bit unusual. For that reason, I think that we're going to start heading lower down. Now, I'm not saying this is the move that is going to break further to new lows, but I'm saying that in the short term, either way, most likely this is going to be the case. And why am I saying this? I will give you now pretty much 3 variations to the downside, and let me go even closer to the 15 minutes, okay? And I will tell you the last one will be the one that is the main one, the one that I support, okay? So we'll have to go on the 15-minute chart down here to see how this structure is unrolling to the downside, because most of the people on the 1 hour see this as an ABC. I don't see this as an ABC. Down on the 15 minutes, guys, it looks like a very nice 5-wave move to the downside, right? Doesn't it? Yes, it does. But here's the thing. We've got 1 and 2, we've got 3, 4, and we've got a 5. My wave 1 could as well just finish here, but that's going to be my main scenario. Okay, so let's go to look at this scenario first. This is my wave 1. Okay, my wave 2 is going to be over here. This is an ABC for wave 2. And then we'll go again for 1, 2, 3. This is another wave 1, another wave 2. This is some sort of, you know, open leading diagonal. This is another 2 wave, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is going to be the 3 of this move. Yeah, then we'll get the 4 and the 5, and then we're going to get the 3 of this move. Okay, and then we're going to get the 4 and the 5. Now, once we get there, okay, and I will show you levels as well, we can only get either, you know, that becoming a bigger A. Oops, excuse me, I think I accidentally grabbed that. We can either have that becoming the bigger A, okay, 1, or sorry, then 2, 3, 4, and 5 down, or it's going to be the A, yeah, and then we're going to get the B and the C. That is going to mean that we're going to head back higher again, okay. We're talking about the variation over here now though, okay. So this is my first variation, which is also the alternative for the short term, guys, okay. The other one is that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down here. This is an ABC because we come exactly at 38.2 Fibonacci extension, which means that this is a you know, a W, X, and Y. Yeah, which means this W is an A, B, and a C. This is an expanding flat. This is a triangle, sort of triangular move. Actually, we're going to do the W, the X, and the Y. That means that this is W, X, and Y. And this is something like an ended diagonal. And then my 1, you know, it's the same thing. The 2 is the same thing. 3, 4, and the 5, the same thing. What changes is this, this structure over here, okay? And now this is the short-term main scenario that I'm looking, guys. And this is that. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is my A, this is my B, and this is my C. This is a W. This is A, B, C, D, E. This is my X, which is a triangle. And this is an A, B, C, which is Y. And from there, off we go 1 and 2. And this is 1, 2, 3. We're going to get 4 and 5, 4, 3, 4, 4, and then 4, 5. And once we get down there, then again, either that's going to be my 1, my 2, my 3, my 4, and the 5, and we continue to fresh highs, or to fresh lows, or we're going to get the A, the B, and the C, and then after we get the C, we will continue higher up, okay? Now, you probably heard that I talked about moving up quite a few times, okay? I'm not bullish, guys. You know that very well that I'm still expecting another leg down. That doesn't, however, mean that we cannot break 41, okay? And I never said we cannot break 21. I said that most likely we're going to move up here and then we see. For now, we'll get a rejection, and this rejection actually turns out to be quite, well, we'll start somewhat corrective, some would suggest, but you've just seen that my scenario is quite impulsive to the downside, and this is a wave 3, okay? This is where in the wave 3 now. So in any case, in case we come lower down, usually we are going to meet support at the previous wave 4, okay? If that happens, most likely this is going to be 1 and this is going to be 2, or perhaps A and B, okay? But if this is going to be an A and B, usually wave B does 50%, okay? So probably we're looking at 34.56 if this is a wave A. We're going to get the B, and then we're going to get the C. We might go up to 46 or so. I just don't want to go above 47.120 because that would invalidate my impulse move to the downside. So up to 47K, guys, you know, it remains to be seen, of course, but we can get there without that affecting our long-term, our medium to long-term view. So the wave 4 is going to get us down to 38.2, okay? And most likely what's going to happen then, that's going to be a case where this is 1, 2, this is 3 and 4 and a 5, because it's usually wave 4 that corrects 38.2, yeah? The truth is that, as I said before, I'm not really a fan of this particular variation because the, you know, the correction in wave 4 would have lasted much longer than the correction in wave 2, which you can see, even if we consider this one as the correction, it's like nothing. It's like probably like a fifth of the correction that we're looking to get in wave 4, in this wave 4, right? Now, I think we've explored quite a few scenarios over here, guys, right? And as I said, I'm the fan of the 1 and 2 that we get a W, X, and Y here, right? My W, let me just do it here for you. This is my 1, yeah. This is my 2, my W. This is my X, and this is my Y. Okay, so 1, ABC, expanded flat in W, triangle in X, zigzag in Y. And then we'll continue lower down. Yeah, so we still have a lot of room to the downside. Now, as I promised, I said I will show you some levels. So in that case, we have to go to wave 1 and all the way up to Y. Okay, as you see, this supports the fact that we talked about. We are still doing the internal move, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're most likely gonna get 5, because that's gonna be my 1, 2, yeah, my 3 and my 4, and then we're gonna get the 5. So I'm expecting the 37.85 to give us more clarity about this particular move, and whether once and if we get there, the correction is going to allow us, the bulls are going to push above 38.80. If they do, then of course that might just be an A, B, and a C. Okay. If they don't, then it could be a case where this is going to turn out further down to complete wave 5 of either wave A or either wave 1, which of course one scenario is the correction, the other scenario is an impulse to the downside. So this is what it is, guys, in the short term, and I really focus on the short term because I know how important it is right now for most of you to have a look in the short term and know really what's happening and what we can expect. Now, here's the other thing, guys. And I know for a wave 4 that is probably overextended, and I just said that I don't really support moves where one correction, for example, lasts an X amount of time, you know, and you know another correction is like 3 times or 4 times larger than that. I don't really support that, and I'm talking about this because our minor wave 2, hold on, our minor wave 2, hold on again, our minor wave 2 over here, let me get the tool. When I find it, it should be here, no? Yes, there we go. Minor wave 2 lasted 14 days, right? And we've got like a wave 4 that we're talking already for like 17 days. So if you do 7 divided by 14, we're talking about 5 times over, okay? So you can see that, you know, with this particular scenario I'm looking, we're already stretching a bit. This is a guideline, but still I am supported. However, what keeps me from allowing it to happen, okay, despite the fact that it's just a guideline, is the fact that the correction in wave 2, because when we finish down here, guys, we're gonna go down to primary 4, right? So we had a primary 2 all the way down there, right? And that lasted so many weeks. This is the only reason that makes me think maybe this wave 4 is getting elongated time-wise, okay, and it's lasting too long for 2 reasons. One, it needs to get closer to the correction time-wise that we've seen in wave 2, primary 2. And number 2, it is an extended flat, right? And extending wave C, which means expanded flat with extended wave C. And that means that the wave C is the one wave that is going to last longer than the other waves that are part of this expanding flat. Okay, now with that said, okay, and although I'm not such a fan, there is an alternative we need to look here. That my wave X, guys, is down here, yeah, and this is an A, a B, and a C in the same manner, pretty much, right? Or if you can call it W, X, and Y, but ABC makes sense as well because this can be a 5 wave onto the downside if we look at the multi-structure and the internal structure. This is going to give us pretty much a better WX and Y, and I will tell you why. Because this W lasted 27 days, right? Which is fair enough. My X here, it's 6 days. But if we go up here, it's lasting 42 days, okay? So 10 days, hold on, 6 days, you know, over 27, you've got like 4 point something X, okay? And then up here, down here, you've got 34 days with 27, which is fairly close, which means that might be my wave Y. In either way, this doesn't affect what's happening here, but it might affect what is going to happen from here on, okay? Because it would potentially give us an alert that this thing is going to last, wave Y, is going to last about 27, 34, let's say 30 days on average, right? So we should be probably looking to this wave to end around the 20th of August, okay? Which means that might indeed be, you know, an ABC. We might get another ABC, 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 and ABC for an ending diagonal, or we might get ABC, ABC, ABC. That's going to be actually, if it's going to be wave Y, usually they do turn into zigzags, but that's going to mean that that's my A. We're going to get the B, and we're going to get the B with another 5 wave up. And that's going to come and close around that level, 43 or something, okay, 120, around the, what do I say, 120, 40 to 120, yeah, around the 20th of August, okay. That assumes, of course, that this alternative, you know, scenario is taken into consideration, but it is the alternative for now, guys. I'm going with a scenario, okay, that this is my one, W, X, and Y, flat and triangle, and will continue lower down, okay? I want to see how this is going to unroll to the downside to tell you, okay, whether I'm going to be supporting a continuation to the downside or whether I'm going to see this as a correction and then we're going to get another leg up, okay? So this is going to be all for today, guys. I did this short video quickly because it's Friday. I don't want to leave you hang there, you know, over the weekend. So click the like buttons, leave your comments, and we'll be together again probably next week. Okay, take care and trade safe.